There is a book written centuries ago by a man who fought over 60 duels and never lost once. His name was Miyamoto Musashi. The book is called The Book of Five Rings. To the untrained eye, it is just words on paper. But to those who understand, it is a map to absolute mastery, not only of battle, but of life itself. These lessons are ruthless because they strip away comfort, distraction, and weakness. They demand clarity. They demand action. They demand you see the world as it truly is, without illusions. The first lesson is simple, but devastating in its power. Know your timing. Most people live in a constant lag, reacting late to opportunities, to danger, to life itself. Musashi teaches that the moment you hesitate, you lose. Victory favors those who act with precision, who strike when the opening appears, not a second later. Your life, your decisions, your focus, all of it hinges on timing. To master timing, you must train your perception. Watch the flow of events. Anticipate the moves of your enemies, your rivals, even your own impulses. Life is a duel, and those who act too slow are already defeated. The second lesson is embrace the void. Musashi speaks of emptiness, of a mind free from attachment. Most people carry their desires, their fears, their regrets like armor, but armor that weighs you down will never allow swift movement. To act decisively, you must let go. You must detach from outcomes, from expectations, from the approval of others. The warrior who embraces emptiness sees clearly, moves swiftly, and strikes with clarity. The world is a battlefield of constant distraction. The void is your clarity, your secret weapon. The third lesson is train relentlessly. Musashi did not become the greatest samurai by reading books alone. He trained his body, his spirit, his mind. Hours, days, years, repeated actions, refined movements, perfecting technique after technique. The ruthless truth is this: talent is irrelevant without practice. Without training, your skill is an illusion. The modern world has replaced training with shortcuts and convenience, but shortcuts never build mastery. Repetition does, discipline does, pain does. You must be willing to endure what others will not. You must be willing to be relentless. The fourth lesson is study strategy, not just technique. Most people focus on the surface, the swing of a sword, the punch, the trick. Musashi teaches that technique is only one part of victory. Strategy is the mind that guides the technique. To understand strategy is to understand yourself, your opponent, and the environment. Every situation is a chessboard, every opponent a variable. Those who see beyond the surface dominate, not because they are stronger, but because they think deeper. Strategy is ruthless. It requires observation, patience, and the ability to strike where the enemy does not expect. The fifth lesson is adapt or die. Musashi never fought the same way twice. He understood that rigidity is weakness. Life, like combat, is unpredictable. The environment changes, the opponent changes, your own mind changes. If you cling to a single method, you are doomed. The warrior must be fluid like water, flexible like the wind, unstoppable like fire. Adaptation is survival. Adaptation is power. The moment you resist change, you create vulnerability. The moment you embrace it, you gain control. The sixth lesson is perceive the spirit of things. Most people see only appearances. They judge based on labels, emotions, illusions. Musashi teaches that the true warrior sees beyond the superficial. He sees intentions, weaknesses, and opportunities. This perception is not passive. It is active awareness. It is understanding the rhythm of battle, the flow of life, the patterns that others miss. To perceive the spirit of things is to operate on a higher level than your opponent. It is to make decisions that others cannot even conceive. It is ruthless clarity. And the seventh and final lesson is Commit without hesitation. Once the decision is made, the warrior moves with total conviction. Half measures, second guessing, and doubt are deadly. Life is no different. Every choice, every action, every path requires full commitment. When you act with total resolve, the world bends. Obstacles become manageable. Fear becomes irrelevant. Hesitation is the enemy of mastery. Commitment is the hallmark of the truly powerful. These 7 lessons are not abstract concepts. They are tools to cut through weakness, doubt, and mediocrity. They are ruthless because they leave no room for excuses, for comfort, for self-deception. They demand honesty. They demand courage. They demand the willingness to face yourself and recognize your flaws. Most people will read these words and nod. The warrior reads them, absorbs them, and transforms. If you want to apply these lessons, start small. Observe your timing. Notice where you hesitate and strike decisively. Embrace moments of emptiness. Sit in silence and let go of your attachments. Train relentlessly, not for approval, not for ego, but to master your mind, body, and spirit. Study strategy. Understand the patterns of life, the rhythm of your surroundings, the hidden forces at work. Adapt. Every day, every moment, change and bend like water. Perceive the spirit of things, see beyond appearances, detect intentions, sense opportunities where others see only obstacles. And finally, commit. When the choice is made, move as if failure is impossible, because doubt is the real enemy. The Book of 5 Rings is not a book of gentle philosophy. It is a brutal manual for mastery. Its lessons are timeless because human nature has not changed. People still hesitate, still cling, still fight the wrong battles. If you follow these 7 ruthless lessons, you will rise above them. You will see the world with clarity, act with precision, and move through life with the awareness of a warrior who has faced death and emerged unbroken. Ruthless focus, relentless training, strategic awareness, fluid adaptation, perceptive clarity, decisive action. These are not just lessons from a book. They are the path to mastery. They are the way of the samurai. They demand discipline. They demand courage. They demand sacrifice. They demand that you stop living distracted and start living fully. Most people cannot walk this path. Most will never try. But those who do will wield a power that is invisible, undeniable, and unstoppable. Do not read these lessons passively. Live them. Let them shape your mornings, your decisions, your thoughts, your actions. Let them sharpen your mind like a blade honed in fire. When distraction whispers, remember the ruthless timing of the warrior. When fear appears, embrace the void. When laziness tempts you, train relentlessly. When the world confuses you, study strategy. When rigidity blocks your path, adapt. When illusion clouds your vision, perceive the spirit of things. And when choice calls, commit with unshakable conviction. The Book of 5 Rings is more than a book. It is a mirror. It shows you your weaknesses, your hesitations, your hidden potential. It challenges you to rise above mediocrity and embrace the ruthless discipline of mastery. Those who follow its lessons will not only survive in a chaotic world, they will dominate it. They will move through life with precision, power, and awareness. They will become unshakable. The path is not easy. It never was. Musashi's life was a series of battles, of challenges, of relentless trials. Yet he left behind a guide, a map to mastery, if you have the courage to follow it. Courage, discipline, and clarity are your allies. Hesitation, distraction, and doubt are your enemies. You must choose who you will serve. The 7 ruthless lessons of the Book of 5 Rings are your weapon. Wield them with intention, with focus, with the heart of a warrior. When you understand these lessons and live them every day, you will see the world differently. You will move differently. You will think differently. Most importantly, you will act differently. Victory is not guaranteed by talent or luck. It is guaranteed by discipline, awareness, and ruthless execution. This is the way of Musashi. This is the way of the warrior. This is the way of mastery. Live it, breathe it, become it.